Have you ever felt like you just aren't that smart? Like everyone around you gets it faster than you do? Here's the twist. You might have a higher IQ than you realize, and your brain is hiding it in plain sight. Researchers say most intelligent people never even recognize their own gift because it shows up as habits everyone calls weird. So here's a game. I'll give you 10 hidden signs. Count how many are yours, because the more you tick off, the higher you likely score. And number 10 is the one almost every genius shares, so do not leave before the end.
1. You talk to yourself. Sounds a little weird, right? But a study from the University of Wisconsin found that people who verbalize their thoughts process information faster and remember it longer. When you speak to yourself, you're literally coaching your own brain through hard reasoning. Einstein did it constantly. So if you catch yourself mumbling through a problem, that's one. Keep counting. 2. You overthink everything. You replay old conversations, question your choices, and imagine 50 different outcomes. That isn't anxiety, it's analysis. Neuroscientists call it metacognition, thinking about your own thinking. Most people run from that inner voice. Smart minds listen to it. But the next sign is the one people are most ashamed of, and it's secretly one of the strongest. 3. You get bored easily. If you can't stand repetitive routines, it isn't because you're lazy. A study from Florida Gulf Coast University found that people who bore quickly spend far more time lost in thought. Your dopamine system craves novelty, so it pulls less reward from simple tasks and goes hunting for harder challenges. Boredom isn't a flaw. It's your brain asking for more. 4. You doubt yourself constantly. You've heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect. It shows that the less someone knows, the more confident they are. Meanwhile, the more you actually know, the more aware you become of what you don't. So that quiet voice whispering you're not good enough, it usually means you understand far more than you think. 5. You stay up late. Research from the London School of Economics found that night owls tend to score higher on intelligence tests. Why? Because your sharpest ideas arrive once the day's noise fades, and your brain is finally free to wander. If your best thinking happens at midnight, that's not a bad habit. That's your mind coming alive. Still counting your signs? Because the next 3 are the ones people hide the most. 6. You're sensitive to noise. Do ticking clocks, loud breathing, or tiny background sounds drive you up the wall when nobody else notices? That isn't oversensitivity. A study at Northwestern University linked this leaky sensory filter to higher creative achievement. Your brain simply absorbs more of the room than average, which helps you spot patterns fast, even if it sometimes tips into overload. 7. You procrastinate. Strange one, right? But psychologists at the University of Calgary found that many high IQ people rely on active procrastination. Your brain hates busy work, so it waits until a task truly matters before going all in. That last-minute pressure strips away the fluff, which is exactly why your best work often shows up right before the deadline. 8. You remember random details no one else does. The exact date something happened, a tiny fact from a documentary, a stray phrase said years ago. That's your working memory flexing. It's why you might blank on where you left your keys, yet quote a movie from 2008 without even trying. Your brain just decided that was worth keeping. 9. You feel emotions deeply. This one surprises people. Researchers at Yale University call it emotional intelligence. And it's no weakness. It's neural sophistication. Reading a room and decoding what people don't say out loud takes serious processing power. Smart people don't just think deeply, they feel deeply too. And that brings us to the big one. 10. You never stop learning. Here's the ultimate sign, the one geniuses share across all of history. They read, ask questions, and chase better answers, even when they already know plenty. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, filling thousands of notebook pages with questions he never had to ask.
So if you're watching this right now, trying to understand yourself better, that alone puts you in the top tier of curious minds.
So how many did you count?
Because here's the takeaway. Being smart was never about grades, test scores, or how fast you solve equations. It's about awareness, adaptability, curiosity, and depth of thought. So the next time someone calls you too sensitive, too quiet, or too lost in your own head, just smile. Because that is exactly what intelligence looks like. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe.